darling, you got to let me know.
Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's EllyButton, and for today's video we're doing another AI drawing. So I went on ChatGPT once again and I looked to see what it recommended me to draw. This week's video is going to be really fun, so follow along. I just went on ChatGPT, asked it what I should draw, and it gave me something I was not expecting. Last time I got a landscape type drawing, but for this video I was so blessed to actually get something that was more up my speed, which was a cute plant. I was like, okay, I don't usually draw plants, but we can work with this. We can work with this, you know? I just started by making the pot, and that's really easy, really basic, you know. And then I moved on to the shading. After I shaded the little pot, I went in and added some detail to the soil as well, just to make everything pop and stand out, and so that there wasn't like a lack of texture in that area. A little side note while this is all going on, I took my baby to a splash pad this past weekend, which was so fun and exciting to see them get to just enjoy, you know, the water and everything, especially because the first time that we ever took them to like a beach or a pool, they were really little still, so they couldn't quite enjoy it, but now they're able to stand up, and it's so exciting just to watch them have so much fun and enjoy it. And honestly, you don't think your kid will be like excited about getting water in their face until you take them to a splash pad. And then they just literally go crazy running through the water, and you're like, oh, so it's okay that you get splashed in the face at the splash pad with all the other kids, but not at home. That I found funny, but fair enough, you know, as long as they're having fun, it's all good. Now what I'm doing is I wanted to add like a little table or something to just show the separation between the backdrop and the pot, like where it was sitting at. So I just went in with like an earthy tone, tan taupe color, did some shading around the pot, and then I move on to the actual plant itself, which is the main attraction. Speaking of splash pads, I have been so excited to take my baby to the splash pads, especially because we moved, and in the area that we live in now, there's just so many more splash pads from where we came from. If you're not familiar with what a splash pad is, it's basically like a mini water park. It usually doesn't have slides or anything, but if you've been to like a Great Wolf or something like that, and how they have like the buckets that drop and the little fountains that like spray up into the air and things of that nature, it's kind of in that sort of vein. So yeah, I don't know if you guys have splash pads from where you guys are from, but if you do, you guys should definitely check them out if you have kids. I'm just going through the plant now and adding on some leaves. I didn't really have like any particular inspiration for this plant, so I just made something that kind of filled up the space the best I could. I did want bigger leaves at first, but I just wasn't sure about the shape of the leaves either. So I just came to this sort of generic leaf shape. Some other fun summer activities to just like give you guys a heads up on if you haven't, come up with any plans lately. I really enjoy a good Renaissance fair. I went to one when I was maybe like 12, 13, and I thought it was amazing. I have not been since then, unfortunately, but where we moved also has some summer Ren fair. So if you're looking for something fun to do, I highly recommend checking online to see if your local area or maybe the city near you has Renaissance fairs, because they're so fun. You can dress up, they have great food, entertainment, they're totally child friendly in most cases and adult friendly, which is like honestly my favorite thing. I'm going through the plant, doing some shading and highlighting on the tops and bottoms of the leaves and stems, just to bring more depth to the painting. And this part was a bit tedious. I'd say it probably took the majority of the time for me to do all of this. So yeah. Some other really great summer activities to do: hitting up a zoo, finding a park that you've never been to. The parks near us have a lot of turf ground or like a rubber based ground, which is really nice when you have a little one, because mulch is just not it. It really is not. Honestly, I don't even know why parks still have it, but yeah. So you can do that. Also, I would recommend your local aquarium as well. If you're not really so much of a zoo person, aquariums are a good alternative because they're indoors. I'm finally done doing the shading and all the detail work on my plant. So I go in and I am like, what do I even do for this to make it cute? I decided that just adding some eyes and a face basically would probably suffice to make it just look cute, because I don't really know how one is meant to cutify a plant, but yeah, I just added the face to the pot. And I was struggling a bit deciding on what kind of face I wanted. Originally, I was like, oh, a smile, right? And then I came to decide that a smile was just not it, and I feel like the cutest things always have the most like unsettling faces, so that's what I decided to go with. And then I added a little bit of white to the eyes to give it a bit of a pop, which honestly looks a little bit scary, but my husband thought it was funny, so I left it. And then yeah, so this is kind of basically it. I added some freckles and some blush to the cheeks and a little bit more of a shine to the eyes, but then I was like, I don't know if this is right, so I made it a little bit bigger. And voila! My little angry plant has eyebrows, a cute little face. I signed it and everything. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this and seeing the amazing results. I really like doing this drawing, and I think it came out so well. It's super goofy looking, which is totally my style. And yeah, see you later.
Should I stay or should I go? If you say that you are mine